welcome to the second day of October 2017. We have a seminar on EST 875, and we'll be looking at Open Educational Resources, OER, in this seminar. And Beleyi will start his presentation, followed by Uchenna and then Busayo. If anybody is able to join us at some point, they will be there. But those are the three that I will take. As we agreed, you can't keep jumping in and out of the seminar. If you keep doing that, you are not going to be accepted for presentation. Open Educational Resources. The acronym, if you like, is OER. If it's a resource, it's OER. If it is resources, it's also OER. So in this seminar, we're not going to be talking about OERs. We're only going to be talking about OER, because that OER stands for both singular and plural. As we agreed, Beleyi, you are starting, followed by Uchenna, followed by Busayo. And then, if any other person is available and is clear, then we'll take. So, Beleyi, are you set?
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Beleyi, you have the floor. Please fire on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Yes. I'm presenting on the topic. From the first slide, we can all see the topic there. So I'm moving quickly to the next slide, which is slide 2, which is just my introduction, just giving us an idea that the OER, Open Educational Resource, is also applicable to other areas of economy or society. Like what you can see there, you see the aspect in terms relating to health. They can share their material and whatever or videos also online. So the next slide, which is the third slide, is just giving us a forum of all the OERs that we have.
Hey, listen, at the beginning, at the beginning of this seminar, I told you very clearly, there's not like OERs. What did I say, class? What did I say?
Yes, you said the ER. OER, nothing like OERs.
So singular or plural is OER, but if you want to expand it, it can be Open Educational Resources. Go ahead, please, Mr. Beleyi.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I move quickly to the next slide, which is slide 4. Slide 4, which is just giving us the brief history of OER. And from the brief history, I want to just, apart from what we have on the screen there, on the slide. Are we all there?
Yeah, go ahead, yes.
Next slide for your idea, yeah.
And from my research, I was able to get a lot of people who are involved in the history, but I want to stay glued to that of 1998, David Wiley, an assistant professor at the Utah State University, who proposed a license for free and open content as an alternative to full copyright. So I'll move over to the next slide, which is slide 5. At that particular place, we want to look at what open educational resource is. Yes, another very good definition that I want to pick apart from all the ones that I have is that the term open content describes any copyright work, traditionally excluding software, which is described by other terms like open source, that is licensed in a manner that provides users with free and perpetual permission to enlarge in the 5 R's activities. That is, the retain, reuse, revise, remix, and redistribute. I move over to the next slide, which is slide 6. Are we all there?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Yes. These are the various types of open educational resources. From the slides, you could see so many, but at least from what we are sharing now from Skype, that is the videos, like from the streaming videos that we've been sharing in the past, and the one that we are doing, which I believe that our able distinguished professor is also going to share with us and other prominent people in education. So I move over to the next slide, which is the continuation of the types, and we can all see that. So I move over to slide 8. Yes, why should I care about the open educational resource? Yes, so I'm looking. What we have on the screen is just giving out. It's just giving us the point of view.
Yeah, hello.
Of some, that of others too. By you, but you do not have to be a teacher or a student to understand the importance of OER. Free information learn. Free information is a fundamental human right, and the OER makes it possible for people of all ages and backgrounds to learn more about the world around them and access the tools they need to improve their lives and their livelihood. So from there, I move over to the next slide, which is talking about benefits of OER. Yes, we have some on the slide there, but I will pick others that I could believe I could share. Yes, intellectual capability is available for reuse. Access to huge amounts of student materials, lectures materials are available for anywhere and not restricted by access to schools or colleges. The students work at their own pace. I move over to the next slide. Are we all there? I'm on slide 10 now.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, wonderfully, the work distinguished Professor Peter Okebukola has been doing in LASU. Yes, based on some of the projects that he has been doing to enhance the level of education in our university. One of the best examples at this is what we can see on the slide there, but I think we also have others, like the ones that I want to also.
Yep. We're losing you.
11. This is just another importance, the 5 R's, the diagrams of the 5R, and how it has improved the quality of learning. Now, moving over to another slide, which is slide 12. This is just a pictorial diagram of the 5R's of the OER: the retain, reduce, revise, the release, and action. Yes, the next slide, which is slide 13, is just a conceptual map that is open educational resource. You look at it as it's made up of the tools, the contents, and the implementation, and it's also from some menus that you can use or you can embark upon to power your conceptual map of the OER in any organizations you want to use it for. Then the next slide, which is slide 14, challenges. Yes, actually in life, they are bound to make some confrontations in life, and OER is not exception. On the slide there we have, and I also want to share some other ones. Schools and universities on insensitive lesson creation. Another fact challenges to this is the robust internet connectivity and good ICT ability are essential to access and adapt very much, sir. Yes, I'm on the point talking about robust internet connectivity and good ICT availability. Presently, while I'm giving this lecture, I'll notice that weather has changed. And this is one of the things that we are talking about, challenges using OER or sharing it. It has affected majority of us who want to use the internet facility. I also want to explain the first point on the slide 14. That is, this is an issue because there is no one shop store for OER. They are scattered across the internet. And lastly on this slide, I want to explain the traditional mindset predominantly. Many educators feel it is wrong to use other people's work, and thus they protect rather than share their own resources. I move over to the next slide, which I also want to use that with this little time that I've been able to give this, but I implore others to search more. The next slide, which is slide 16, is my references. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Gwede. I think you've done very well. Very well. Let's take questions for Bileyi on that nice presentation on OER. Let me see those who are active. Uchena, what's your question for him or observation?
I actually have a contribution, not a question.
Go ahead, please contribute.
On slide 14, he said one of the challenges we have of using OER is sourcing appropriate OER. And my contribution is that you can have, the only way you can tell whether a work is an open educational resource, the easiest way to find out whether a work is an open educational resource is to look for a Creative Commons license. It's just like, it's an alternative to the copyright symbol you have in textbooks. So that's my contribution. I actually have that on my own presentation. But
Wonderful. That's good. Busayo.
Yeah, I just want to ask that, are there any search engine that can actually lead us to open educational resources online?
Okay, that's very good. Very good. Any other person who is online? None. So, Bede, please answer. Yeah.
I want to make a comment, sir.
Who is talking?
Johnson, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
I noticed that in subtitles that you underlined the benefit of OER. He made some underlining of those things. I don't think it's proper for him to underline when you are doing presentation. And then he talked about affordability. I noticed in my search, I discovered that there has been a lot of argument on that of the issue of affordability. For us, people tag the developing country. I think when we talk about affordability, we need to talk about the robustness of the internet connectivity. And I think that for us, we can't say, take that hook, like, and sinker and say that, oh, yes, it's affordable.
All right. Any other? Okay, Bede, please.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Bede, answer.
Yes.
Respond. Yes.
So, Busayo's question. Yes, we have got a lot of search engine for OER, and one of it is Discovered ED. This is one of it. Joru is another search engine for it. OCW Finder. And we got so many. Another one is Tamwa. This is another search engine for OER. We've got so many. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Yes. All right. Joseph was telling you that you shouldn't underline. What's your comment on that?
Mr. Johnson, yes. Okay, I couldn't get that question, sir.
Okay, fine. I think it's no question. I mean, say you shouldn't underline what you are presenting. There's nothing like that. Just that's not. So thank you very much, Bileyi, for that excellent presentation, and for and to Uchena for that very valuable contribution, which I'm going to also be sharing with you during the course of this seminar, and also a separate presentation that I'm going to be making that I will maybe later today about OER. It is entitled OER, separating the wheat from the chaff. So we'll be seeing all of that together. So next to present is Busayo. Busayo, are you set?
Yes, I'm set, sir.
Very good. Can you give us the time stamp on your presentation?
4:24 p.m.
4:24 p.m. So let's go to 4:24 p.m. Today?
That was day before yesterday, sir.
What was day before yesterday? Saturday? Yeah, you can see Ademola Lawas. You are disturbing us. I mean, I'm going to put you off.
Okay.
What?
On Friday, sir.
On Friday. Let's see, Friday. Okay, Busaya, you are good to go on your presentation.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sir.
Hello to
I
you.
want to talk on the open educational resources. Now, on my slide 2, where I have what is OER. Open educational resources are any type of educational material that are actually in the public domain or actually introduced with an open license, like which is said the other time. Now, which means that the nature of this open material means that any individual can legally and freely copy this material, use this material, adapt, and actually share this same material. Now, for instance, if you are actually interested in learning about any topic, you can actually check out the lecture notes from those topics online using some of OER Google searches.
That will be the last
On
time I
my
will allow
next
you to
slide,
make that error, huh?
thank you, sir. On my next slide, slide 3, sources of OER. We have curriculum, syllabus, lecture notes, assignment, test, project, audio, video, and animation, and so on and so forth like that. Then on my next slide, slide 4, where I have benefits of open educational resources.
Are you looking at one
Now,
benefit
one
or
of
several benefits?
the several benefits of
Okay,
open
fine. So the
educational resources.
the title of that slide should be benefits rather than benefit.
Okay, sir. Noted, sir. Thank you, sir. Now, one of the benefits is that it's actually learner-centered and it is actually self-directed. It actually helps the learner to reach a wide range of learners. Open educational resources are open to a lot of learners from different parts of the world. And apart from that, also it also gives room to have access to legacy materials online. And it also helps a learner to actually apply most of this knowledge they have gotten in a wide range of contexts. And most of those materials in OER can actually be used to update and actually enhance the curriculum also. On my next slide, slide 5, where do I find open educational resources? Now, like I said the other time, there are several search engines that can be used or that can actually lead you to Open Educational Resource Center. The first one is the Discover Educational Discovery. You also have Jorum, the OCW Finder, and the Open Educational Resources Dynamic Engine. You can use some of these search engines to find open educational resources. Then the last slide, which I have, that where can you find most of this material? You can find most of these materials online. And the last slide is where I have my references. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Busayo. So let's have comments or questions for Busayo, beginning from Bilei.
Yes, Mr. Busayo, nice presentation. I just want to, is there any similarities between the normal search engine like Google and the Discovery ED?
Okay.
Yeah, next, Family, if you're online, we can take you. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you know, we agree that this matter of I don't have any comments, it's not going to happen in this seminar. You must, say something, either make a contribution or ask a question. Uchena.
I actually wanted to ask the same question with Bele.
Go ahead.
The difference between the normal search engine that we have and
Yes.
the search engine for open educational resources.
Okay, so you are just underlining that question. Solomon, are you there?
Yes, sir. My question is, what is the similarities between OER, OSS, and OA?
OER, OSS. Did I say anything like OSS?
Yes, OER, OSS, and OA. What are the similarities?
Okay, Solomon, listen carefully. No, hold on. Don't worry yourself. Why don't you look? Can you pronounce this thing as I've just pronounce after me? OER. All of you.
OER.
All of you. Not
OER.
Aru. OER. Can you pronounce it like that? OER. Can you all say that? OER. Not OER. OER. Say that. Very good. Because what Solomon is saying is OER. Like where are you from? Solomon. Wonderful. Okay. Busayo, don't worry yourself. Busayo, I think he has used a number of acronyms that you are not familiar with. So, but if you can answer, that's fine. So, I leave it to you to address the questions raised. Busayo.
Okay, sir. Yeah, on the question that people say the difference between search engine and the open educational resources search engine. Yeah, there is no much difference. But the only difference is just that search engine is just used to search for information on the World Wide Web. Okay. Now the same thing applies to ER search engine too. Okay. The open educational resource search engine can be used to search for any open educational resource materials online using their own search engine. So when you use open educational resource search engine, it leads you directly to where you have any OER materials online. But the search, you can also use the search engines too to do that also. But I think this one gives you a precise location of where you can actually find those open educational resource materials. I think that's just the difference between both search engine.
Yeah, try to get.
I don't really.
No, don't worry yourself. Try to get your tenses right between both search engines. It's not engines. Try to get, you are higher degree students. So try to, your language, your grammar should be correct. And you see, what the question they're asking is, when you use Google to search, or when you use OCW search engine, how are they different? You see, they are different in the sense that these other ones are specialized. Let me just look for the slides that the ones that he has: Discover ID, Jorum, OCW Finder, OER's Dynamic Engine, are specialized, and they will just narrow you. He mentioned it though. They will just take you straight to the heart of the matter of the OER you're looking for. But like if you do Google, you use other search engines, they will give you the OER and several other things. So you then have to be navigating your way through the maze of results that are presented to you. Okay, so well done, Busaye. We'll now move on to Uchenna. Uchenna, you said?
Yes, sir.
What is the timestamp on your... What day did you send your OER?
On Saturday, sir.
Saturday. What is the timestamp?
Let me see.
All of you, please make sure you make a note of that
9,
before I call you. Yes?
Okay,
9,
sir.
11 a.m.
5 what?
11 minutes past 9 a.m.
p.m. on Saturday.
Yes, 9, 11 a.m.
Yeah, 9:11 a.m. on Saturday. Yes, I can find it. I can see it here. So let me load your presentation. So we are good to go on your slides. Do others have it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So, Madam Ugoke, you are ready. We are ready. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So I'm presenting on open educational resources, and I'm moving on to my second slide where I'm trying to explain what open educational resources are. And you will see several and what it's all about. I actually tried to explain what open educational resources is, and it's just refers to educational content that is freely shared at no cost and permits any user to make changes. Now, moving on to my third slide, the term open educational resources, it was first adopted at the 2002 UNESCO Forum on the impact of open courseware for higher education in developing countries. That was the first time it was adopted by UNESCO, and it's actually adapted by a community of users for non-commercial purposes. Now, I'm moving on to my fourth slide, and sometimes people wonder if open educational resources are only for higher education students. But you find out that open educational resources can be used for any age grade and for any subject. It can be used for elementary, high, and middle age students. It can even be used by parents, teachers, and administrators. It's not restricted to a particular group of people. Now, I'm moving on to my fifth slide. Here I have how you can tell if a work is an open educational resource. And like I said earlier, it's the easiest way to find out if a work is an open educational resource is to look for a Creative Commons license. It makes it easy for people to openly license and share their work by posting their work with a CC license. It's just like the copyright symbol you have in textbooks. So that's how to know if your a particular work is an open educational resource. Moving on to my sixth slide, we have examples of open educational resources. Now, it's not limited to these three I have here. You also have the LASU ODRI by our distinguished Professor Okebukola. There are also other things online. Even this our class online is an open educational resource. It can be used for people to learn. So moving on to my 7th slide now, I have the importance of open educational resources. I have the importance for students, for teachers. If you don't have a teacher, like we have this online universities, national open universities that people go to, you get your textbooks, your course content, everything you do is online. That's part of the benefits of having open educational resources. It's possible for you to go to school without attending, without going into the four walls of a university. You can actually get your university education online. Even go for your master's degree online and all that. That's part of the benefits we have of open educational resources. Now, moving on to my 8th slide, advantages of using open educational resources. We have expanded access to learning. You can imagine if we had to do this class in school, some of us will be limited by the some of the presentation we're going to have might not be as much as what we have now. But because you're doing it online, it's easy for you to just sit at the comfort of your own home and go through all this information we have here and put them together and present them. So those are part of the advantages. You have scalability, augmentation of class material, enhancement of regular course content, and all that. Moving on to my 9th slide, we have challenges to open educational resources. We have permanence. If you actually see a resource online, it can actually disappear if it's not archived and backed up in a trusted repository. Trusted repository, like we always put up our own on YouTube. It's not possible for us to even download our videos from YouTube and save somewhere that you can have access to. So if this information is not actually archived and backed up by a trusted repository, it's possible for this information to disappear and people just forget all about it. Those are potential corporatization. We have quality issues, but I think this licensing by Creative Commons can help with this quality issues. So I'm moving on to the 10th slide where I have my
All right, thank you very much, Madam Ugokwe. Thank you. Wonderful presentation, and that's the third in the series, and we are adding a lot to our wealth of information on OER. Now you can see Solomon is disturbing with his sister. I may have to yank him off again. Now let's take questions from Madam Ugoke now. Bile, you're starting.
Thank you. I really love the slides of Madam Ugokwe. But my question is what I think Prof has asked class a few months ago.
Yeah, we're losing you now. Bile.
University lecturers. Why?
No, can you repeat the question? Can you repeat the question? I lost you there.
Okay, my question is that I think it was asked by your distinguished self some few months back. So why are we not having much OER from our teachers in Nigeria or from our lecturers in university?
Yeah, yeah, that question is very valid. You know, our lecturers are very easy to go and download materials from everywhere else and mix them and use them as their own material. But they are now very resistant to sharing their own materials with everybody else. You see, that is why we are now starting this OER movement in Nigeria. As we go along, you'll see that actually by middle of the month, I'm going to start a competition. It's going to be a ranking of OER among the Nigerian university system. And then you are going to be part of it because I'm going to recruit you as our assessors, our rankers for all the universities. All the vice chancellors are aware of this. So, yeah, maybe Madam will have an answer to that. So, Johnson, do you have a question?
Yes, my question is almost in line with that because I was wondering while she was presenting and she said that even to public schools, and I was trying to look at it that our public schools, how much of access do they have to this OER? And if you said that the higher institution of learning is having problem with OER, as in challenges. They don't have so many materials online. Then what will the secondary school education, what would they rely on? And that is what I was wondering about while you were talking. And I think what you said has answered my question, sir.
Okay, Busayo.
Sir, yeah. I want to ask. Thank you, Uche, for that presentation. Now, since we all know that the OER is a free material, a free resource, what are those who actually guarantee the quality of this OER?
Very good question.
Is it academic? Okay, sir.
No, go ahead, complete. I just.
Yeah, okay. I said, are they academicians or professors, or who are those who actually guarantee the quality of this OER? Thank you.
All right, Solomon is offline, and we can't see the other Lawa. So, Madam, please, you have the floor to answer the questions.
I'm actually not. I think it should be academicians, because you can't put up has to do with academics and people that are illiterate to come and assess it. So it should be academicians. I think what you have written is up to standard. That's my thinking. But I'm still going to research more on that. But they should be academicians too.
I like that response, that you are still going to research more on that. That's the kind of answer that is good for a scholar. That, that's what I think, but you are going to find out other views. We will mean Nigeria has set up what you call the national policy on OER for higher education. And when we finish this class, I'm going to email that national policy to all of you. And then you'll be able to see, because when we gathered all the vice chancellors together about 3 weeks ago, and we told them that, look, OER is starting. The Executive Secretary of National Universities Commission, can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the ES of NUC about 2 months ago, got some kind of bashing from the world out there that Nigerian academics, the Nigerian higher education, Nigerian education space is not contributing anything to OER. Now, when we finish, you just try to Google the global map of OER. And what you find is that Nigeria, zero. No OER from Nigeria. South Africa, very rich. All the other countries of the world, heavy. So it was a big shame. And that's why we then decided to move very speedily along this OER track. And the national policy that is now being developed has a segment on quality assurance. And you will find answers to the question that was raised by I think it was by Johnson regarding quality. I like the word academics rather than academician. I like you to call it academics rather than academician.
Academics.
Yeah, I like you to call it. That's my preference. And also, this word, resources. I like you to pronounce it like that, but I'm not going to hear resources again. Resources. Can you all say that? Resources. Very good. Open educational resources. Yeah. Resources. Very good. And then I'd like you to pronounce the word as challenge rather than challenge. Challenge. It goes up. Challenge. Wonderful. This is not an English class, but we must all learn to enjoy ourselves somehow. My pleasure. Now, the last presenter will be Johnson. Johnson, are you set?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just let's look for 1 minute. Yeah, Johnson, when did you have your document sent to us? What date? Today, 5 a.m. Yeah, I think I saw something. I've seen it. Have you others seen the? Oh, you have seen it. Okay, so let's load it and let's roll. Yeah. Okay, Johnson. Yeah, we have found your slides, so you have the floor to make your presentation. You have 8 minutes. 5 minutes down the road, you'll be 1. 3 minutes, you conclude, and then it will be Q&A after that. Yes, over to you.
Yes, let's quickly go to the second slide. To the third slide where I have introduction. And the first take there was to look at how it was accepted. How the platform of OER was first accepted or amalgamated by UNESCO. And then we move to sources, some definitions. And in that definition, I'm going to just look at William and Flora Eldridge Foundation definition because they are part of the people that have actually funded OER from the inception. And we said it is teaching, learning, and research resources that reside in the public domain or have been released under an intellectual property license that permits their free use and repurposing by others. And remembering that Uchena, while she was presenting, she talked about licensing, and this also is very, very important, and that is why my take, the first thing the definition I thought of was this definition of William and Flora Eldridge Foundation. Let's go to slide 5, where I talked about the form of OER. I said it can be static, it can be dynamic, and it can be both. Dynamic means that it can be updated, is updatable. While static is just that there are some that are not updatable, that they are just there, you cannot update them. While we have the ones that can either be static or dynamic. Let's move to slide 6. Type of OER. We look at the written text, then the media plus other information. As we can see, we can see the full courses, course material, module, and let's move to slide 7, where we talk about OER and license. The first shot I took there was to look at conventional copyright terms. That conventional copyright terms, it is that which protects textbooks, hard copies. But now, when we are talking about that of the OER, then we look at the Creative Commons ready-made licensing agreement. Then looking at the software aspect, we look at the GNU, General Public License from the free and open source software for community. So let's go to this. We'll see that like distinguished professor talks about the policy or that is guiding the OER. And so also in the international world also we have policies that is guiding OER. So let's move to slide 9, where we talked about the model of OER. It can be created, it can be adopted, it can be adapted, and it can be curate. The word curate means that you can gather it from several places. You pick it in bits and pieces from here and there, and then together. Then we move to slide 10, where we talk about OER funding and support. It talks about the universities, and institutions like UK funding bodies, foundation like William and Flora Elway. Then we talk about the government. I don't know whether a distinguished professor will tell us something about how the government of Nigeria is going to support the OER. Like the UK, we know that the UK and American government, they kind of put out money for OER, and this is what is making their OER to move smoothly, and they encourage other NGOs also to put in their money and create a big support. And we cannot also forget UNESCO. UNESCO has been in the forefront of OER, and they are trying as much as possible to ensure that people have access, and they even went to the extent of creating a logo that is going to be accepted by all, that everyone that is doing OER, just like the professor said earlier, is a movement. OER is a movement, and if you have a movement, then there must be something that is common to this movement. So let's move on to slide 11, where I look at the benefit of OER, and looking at the benefit of OER. Now, we look at it from the originator, then we can look at it from other
You have
types of
three more minutes.
All right, sir. We can look at it from the educational institution, then the learners. Also, we see that for the learners, I pick one here, they enhance quality and flexibility of resources. Then I'll move on to slide 14, where it talks about the OER originator. Now, the feedback that they get from there also is a benefit for them, that from that feedback, they will know what and what they are supposed to put on the OER platform. Then move to slide 15. Okay, let's go to slide 16, where it talks about the educational institution recognition and enhance their reputation. Then I move to slide 17, where I talked about, I move to slide 19, where I talk about the key of open education, licensing, and the content, courses, and the tools. The tools, we mean, when we talk about the tools, we are talking about the software that powers OER. And then I go to slide 20, where I have my references. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well done, Johnson. You can see that Johnson has also come from another angle to this, where he underscored policy that the previous presenters didn't really hammer on. But the other presenters also came from all manner of interesting angles. So together, this seminar for this class, EST 875, has been able to bring rich dimensions to the subject of open educational resources. It's a topic in our class because as computer science education master's degree students, you will be playing major roles in OER, in the OER movement. And I'd like to conscript you all to be part of this interesting movement. That's the direction that the world is turning, by the way. That the world is turning away from your having your handout, your lecture handout, and sealing it in a place and locking it up. The world is for sharing. If you look at all the software that we're using, Skype is free. Everything, the world is moving towards sharing, a culture of sharing, rather than a culture of hoarding. It's moving in the direction of a culture of no cost. So you all being IT people, you are going to be playing major roles in that. So let me throw it open now for quick comments or question. I'll start with Busayo.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that presentation, Mr. Family. I just want to ask, is it possible for an individual like us to make any changes to open educational resources for probably our own purposes? Is it possible?
Okay, good question. Yes, Madam Ugoke.
Okay, Mike, this question is not only for family, but I just want to ask you now. This is something
Yes.
that bothered me while I was doing this presentation.
Yes.
While I was working on my slides.
Yeah.
At the secondary school teacher now, I want to put something, I want to put a resource. How do I go about getting my life open?
Wonderful. Good question. Yeah, good question. I will address that. But maybe Johnson has an answer. Yes, Gwilei.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Farm, with a nice presentation and nice slides. My question is similar to what Okebukola have just said. Ever since I've come across our distinguished professor, I've been trying to emulate some of these things in my little classroom. We're trying to put some of these things on video.
Very good.
But I've been having challenges. Please, can you just throw light on how to go about it? My classroom.
Well, wonderful. That's good. Yeah, Johnson. Yeah, you respond. I will take on the rest. Well, Johnson is not coming out yet, so let me take on the question about the licensing. So, Madam Ugoke, you finished writing up a nice lesson. Gwele, you finished developing a nice video, and you want to share with everybody else. You are going to be getting a video from me. I think I should try to upload that video like tomorrow on licensing your OER. Now, if you saw all the things that we have been uploading for everybody to share, all my videos, I have about 82 of them for a different, for computer science education, in advanced statistics, and all of that. So I found that many people have been remixing my videos, which I love. But you see, if I don't put a license on it, it's assumed that it's copyrighted, meaning that nobody must use any of my materials except they request to me to ask for permission. But there's a group which was set up in the US. It's called Creative Commons, CC for short. So the CC people then said, to support this OER movement, we're going to provide you with licenses. And the licenses are six of them. And one is, look, Creative Commons at CC attributable to me by so and so. In other words, if you, okay, I'm going to cut my long story very short by saying that all you need to do is to Google Creative Commons and go to Creative Commons and say you want to license this your material, and then they walk you through. It's a two-step process, and they will give you a license, which you slap on the material, and then you upload. Just like I think you said, Madam Ugoke, that instead of having the copyright there, you then have CC, that's Creative Commons, and then the license is there. So for Mr. Gwele, for instance, and I'm going to do that for this particular video, before I upload it, I will, as soon as I finish putting the video together, I will go to Creative Commons to get the license for it, and then put the license on this video before I upload. So you are going to see this next video. You know, the one for yesterday, the one we had our Saturday class, you didn't see any Creative Commons license on it, did you?
No, sir.
Oh, it's not there. So that one is copyrighted implicitly, but not that I put any copyright on it, but people can still use and share and all of that. But the moment I put a Creative Commons license on it and I indicate what it should be, for instance, I can say that anybody can use it and remix it, CC, by me. Or I can say you can use it, but you can use it for sharing for anything, but not for commercial purposes. That means you can now use this video and they'll be selling it and making money, and we people not making money. That's non-commercial. So there are four. You will see the different categories when we take on that lesson on licensing. So to continue, the short part of my story is that you will, as soon as you develop the material, your lesson note or your book or your video, you guys go to Creative Commons site and select the license that you want to apply to it, and we give you the license and you just apply it and then you upload. It's as simple as that. Did you get that? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that video on licensing, I'm going to give you examples and it's going to be wonderful. Yeah. So, Johnson, are you back to respond before we close?
I couldn't get my network was acting up, sir.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. I think that's essentially it. Busayo, you asked a question. Maybe you want to repeat it.
Okay, I said can an individual actually make any changes to open educational resources for probably our own benefit or any purposes? Is it possible for?
Yeah. Okay. Let me answer. That has to do with license. If I say,
okay, sir.
You see, if I go to Creative Commons and I say Creative Commons, this material that I produce, I want everybody to use it anyhow. Then, actually, it's a scale. There is one we call public domain. That's the one that you just use it anyhow you want. Public domain, just whatever. But when it now comes to Creative Commons, and you say all you need to do when you see this my material is just attribute it to me. Just make a mention that it was done by Busayo or Peter Okebukola, Uchenna Ogoke, or Joseph Amuide, or Gwele Yadiu, and that's all. So everybody else in the world can remix it, can reuse it, can sell it, can repurpose it, can do anything they want with it. But if you say, Mr. Creative Commons, the license I want is they can attribute it to me, but they cannot use it for commercial purposes. So you put that label on it. So anybody who now uses it for commercial purposes, then that person has breached the copyright, has breached the Creative Commons license. So that's it. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, you are right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Not that I'm right.
Sir.
Have I answered you? No. I'm not right in this matter. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let me bring the very well. Let me bring class to a close, and I was actually hoping to call a class for Wednesday, our on-site class, but somebody mentioned just now that look, if we met in class, will it be? I don't think it will be any better than what we are doing now. Your presentations we had the discussions, we had all of this. I'm not too sure that if we are running our class on open educational resources in LASU, and you have to travel through the long distance. But you say you are living in Surulere, Abi. Joseph Amuide, where are you? Goke, where are you?
Anthony, sir.
Satellite Town. And Busai, where are you?
Badagry, sir.
Badagry. And the other three people in class at different locations, come. The end point, the productivity of the class will not be any too different from here. So I may have to cancel the on-site class that we have, and I'm going to schedule an online class for Saturday. It appears that 9 p.m. is good for many of you. We're going to have several classes this week so that we can cover all the grounds and then move on to another course. Is that okay by you all?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. Very good. Very good. So let me bring the seminar to a close and to wish you a happy rest of the holiday, October 2nd, 2017. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Thank you.